Todd, you talk often about wanting to get the goals against down as being a big part of taking a step as a team. Do you feel with the decor you have that the potential's there to do that again this season?
Well, we can talk about the decor, but we have to include the forwards, I think, in this equation as well, and the goaltending. And we all play a part in knocking and chipping away at that. Obviously, the numbers that we've been at for the last few years, we're not getting it done. And in my opinion, we've got to find 45 goals, whether we knock them off in goals against or find them in goals for. That's the difference that we have to get to challenge. Our team is aware of that. We're working to improve both defensively and offensively to narrow that number down, but we still have a fair amount of work ahead of us.
But it appears Mr. Versteeg has gone to Calgary. So he was obviously going to fit in somewhere in your top 12.
Yes. I don't know anything about Calgary. I know that he was offered a contract here, and when it comes to the game is about business, and it's about business for the team and business for the player, and it takes two to consummate a deal. Obviously, we didn't get one done with him, but wherever he goes, he'll be an effective player, and I'm sure he'll help their team.
And now you're going to go with two rookies, Kajul and Leonard together?
Well, we have 24 players here right now. We obviously have to get to 23. We'll get a health update. A lot of it's hinging on health and who can or can't play. I'm not prepared to say that we'll play two rookies together or not, because we've got to figure a few things out this afternoon.
Lander is still here even though he's cleared.
Yep.
Is he going down? Or is he...
Anton, if you're still here, you're part of the team. And for me, it's all about health right now. It's all I can give you at this point.
What's kind of the anticipation regarding tomorrow night? And I know you've been coaching games, but getting back to the NHL and starting a new season.
I think there's a level of excitement that's quite high right now with our team. We're anxious to get going. It's been a long training camp, 8 grinding games. We want to start playing for real. The players are excited about their new home here, but they'll enjoy it a lot more if we play well and put some victories up on the board. So excitement's in the air. You can feel a little bit of tension. I think they're ready to play. But there's 29 other teams that are saying that, so we've got to get off to a good start and sort things out as we move forward.
So have you decided one extra defenseman?
Again, Matty, everything, I'm waiting to get an update on health. So there's a chance that we have a positional player that might not be able to play tomorrow. And if that happens, then we've got our roster set. And until we get that health, it's not fair for me to indicate whether we're going to do it forward-wise or D-wise. If we had this press conference after 3, we'd know exactly what we were doing. And I could comment on it then. But right now, we're just going to sit tight with what we have. The trainer's going to come and let us know if the one individual is capable of playing. And if he is, great. If not, then we got to juggle the lineup.
Todd, how much could or is reasonable to expect playing defensemen away from their natural side affects things, and maybe your ability to break the puck out smooth? Like, is there some allowance for that to be maybe not, it's not ideal maybe?
Well, yeah, no, I don't know if there's a team that lives in a perfect world. In a perfect world, you've got Nick Lidstrom and Nell McGinnis playing left and right. And did McGinnis shoot right? Yeah. Anyhow, in a perfect world, you've got lefties and righties, and they're all of that caliber, and away you go. But we don't live in that world. Somebody right now, if we roll them out the way we have them, he has to play on the left side. On the right side is a left-handed shot, which is fine. That is the hand we're dealt. We have to make those players better. We have to try and find them ways to improve. We have to get them feeling good in that situation. But there's other teams in the league that are doing it as well. Some of those teams make the playoffs on a regular basis and challenge to be a top-notch team. So there's no excuses here for us.
Todd, did you set any sort of I know you want to win every game, but when you look at the standings the last few years, is there a win threshold that you start the season with where it's like, okay, we got to get to there, or how do you approach
Well,
that?
we'll work in segments as a team. And we think that we have to bank X number of points during those segments. And if you have a bad one, it gives you an opportunity to leave it behind and start over again. If you have a good one, the same thing has to happen. There's always a restart button. For me, I think the goals for and against really dictate where the team is going. And there was 2 teams, I believe, last year that had a negative number that made it in. One that had a positive, I think, that stayed out of it. But that's a realistic goal for us, because if we can narrow that number down and get it to where everybody else is playoff-wise, then we'll give our team a chance.
What is the segment? 7, 10,
5 for us.
5?
Yep.
Todd, who got missed basically 2.5 months of last season? Does he look like a guy who's got all kinds of rust, or does he look fresh?
Well, if you would have asked me 2 weeks ago, 10 days ago, I would have said he was pretty rusty, but I thought the last few games he got going again, and he's a streaky player, so when he's playing well and he feels really good things happen for him. He's very hard on himself when it doesn't go well, and we're trying to balance that a little bit with him, but he's a really important part to our offense and our forward crew.
This is a fairly young leadership group too. Do you want him to step up there?
Well, that would be nice if everybody contributed in that area. I don't think you have to wear a C or an A to find a way to leave your mark on the team every day. Not just once a month, but every day, whether it's pushing yourself in a drill or bringing a few people along with you, something you say or do in the locker room, the way you treat a teammate, the way you hold somebody else accountable. Everybody can do that. And, leadership is about the group as a whole. It's not about 1 or 2 guys, and Pooh would fall into that category.
Can I ask you about Clefbaum and Larson, that pairing specifically, what you've seen, and if you feel like the dynamic and the chemistry is developed, confident heading into the regular season?
The chemistry is coming there. It's developed. They feel good playing with each other. Their conversations are good. They're talking about situational play. So I think they're comfortable. They're going to get a lot of minutes. They're going to face some tough competition. Lars is obviously new to the organization, so he's still trying to figure things out. And Clef didn't play much last year, so we'll let the pair grow a little bit. There may be some growing pains at some point, but we'll let them grow a little bit and see where they're at as we move forward.
What about Lucic and McDavid in the same vein? Particularly the guy like Patty Maroon below, who had a lot of success with McDavid last year. How's that going?
Well, Lucic starts with McDavid, and Patty Maroon's an important piece, and we play games and we see what happens.
Do you have any sort of progress report on Lucic and McDavid? Are you happy with where they're at right now?
Yeah, they're, when we looked at our scoring chances and we threw up ticks, if you will, by what each of the lines created, it was by far, that line was by far in front of everybody else. And Luch was a big part of it. Eberle was a big part of it. Obviously, Connor drives the line. But they had a tremendous amount of success as far as chances go. The finish part will come. We know that Patty has had success there, and he's worked hard and may deserve an opportunity there at some point, but we're going to start the season with what we have.
It sounds like you're going to sign Greiba too. Here's that way, so he's still in the mix, or is he?
Well, when Gribes, a couple days ago, we had mentioned that we were leaving that open to Gribes, and that he had an opportunity to consider an offer and rejoin the team, and I think that's where it's at right now. I don't know where it's sitting with management. Again, that's one of those business things that I'm not aware of. Oh, I think Gribes is an excellent player. I think he's really good for our team and our organization. We've got to sort some things out with 8 that we have here right now. But I think he's a National Hockey League player, and feel good about him. If he does end up in our organization, feel really good about him being in our organization.
With 8 NHL defensemen, if him and Fane, Greiba's pretty much signed, it sounds like. Do you feel better about your defense, the depth of it, than it was last year? How much deeper is it?
Well, I think it's much deeper. By the end of the season, we were claiming, a number of players off the waiver wire. One, to get a look at them. 2, it's just the depth that had eroded so much in our organization that we had to go do that. We feel much deeper now. We know we have Osterley, Reinhardt, those type of players down in Bakersfield working on their game. So we feel that we're deeper there. Got a lot of the bases covered. Still looking for somebody to step up and be that quarterback, but that hopefully will happen throughout the season.